my dear video followers. This is my second video prepared for those higher secondary school students, which is designed to improve those basics of ICT skills. Follow this video attentively. As a result, you will get important pointers. The topic of this video is software. And the term software is a broad term, and generally we can classify this broad term softwares into two main categories. The first one type of categories of software is system software, and the other one is the application. When we say system software, it has its own definition, but the focus or the main important thing that we have concern or focus within this video is the application software. Application software, when we say an application software, it is the type of software which is designed to solve a general purpose to solve a specific purpose types of activities. But when we say system software, that is a type of software which is designed to solve a general purpose types of activity can be done using the system software. When we say system software, it is mandatory to be installed within a computer. Unless and otherwise we install this system software on the computer, we cannot install any other application softwares on that computer, and totally we become unable to do any type of activity, or we cannot solve any type of problems by using a computer unless and otherwise there is a system software or operating system software is installed on one computer. So having operating system or system software within one computer is mandatory, but application software is different from this one. Of course, there is a similarity between them. That is, the similarity between system software and application software is both of the softwares are part of softwares. This is what makes the two things become the same. But the difference is when we talk about the application software, this application software is designed for solve a specific purpose types of application softwares. In order to do a specific purpose types of application softwares, in this case we use application software. And application software, it has its own definition. The definition of the application software is application software is a part of software which is designed to carry out or to accomplish specific types of activity. That's what is the same what we have said before. Only application software is not sufficient or adequate unless the computer hardware part is added to it and work together to accomplish or to carry out one's task. From this point, we can realize that by its own only the application software by itself cannot do any types of activities. To do any type of activity, it needs the hardware part of the computers, which contains a system software. Unless and otherwise, I have a computer hardware is available within a system software operating system, and application software is by its own only cannot be do any types of activities. So in order to achieve the goal of the computer, all the application software and the computer hardware part within its system software should be available and come collect together and work together to achieve the purpose of the computer or to do different types of activities. These two things should work together. And there are many different types of application softwares are there throughout the world. And we can count in millions different types of application software which are designed by many different computer scholars, and those different application softwares can do different types of specific types of applications. There is a question for students, and I hope you try to answer these questions by your own, and by pausing this video you try to write down the answer for this question. The question is, students, please try to mention some examples of application softwares. pause this video and try to do these questions by your own, and later the answer will be provided to you, and try to correct your answers with the answer given for this video. Well done. I hope all of you try to mention the answer by your own, and this is the answer given for that questions. We can mention as an example the following application software. The most common known types of application software is Microsoft Word, that is the word processor application software, and we can mention as an example another application software which name is Microsoft Excel, or this is the spreadsheet types of application software, and MS PowerPoint is another types of application software which can be used by computer users to do presentation types of activities. And Microsoft Access is another name, is that the database management system. It is also another examples of application software. Desktop Publisher, Adobe Photoshop, Internet Browser. These all are some examples of the application software. Your answer may not be the same as these listed types of application software, because we have said that there are millions of different types of application softwares are used, but this one is some of examples of the application software which can be installed to the computer, and we use these application softwares to do our activity. Each application software has its own functions and purposes. That means, for example, we can take as an example Microsoft Word program. There is a problem which can be solved or done using Microsoft Word, but this type of problem cannot be done by using another application software. That means the type of problem which can be done using Microsoft Word cannot be done using Microsoft Excel. The type of problem which can be solved or can be carried out, can be accomplished using Microsoft Excel program, cannot be done using Microsoft PowerPoint application software. So from this we can realize that each types of application softwares has their own types of activities. That's why we say that application softwares are designed for specific types of application software. So MS Word can solve the type of problem which is creating, editing, saving, printing a document purpose. So any type of document which is written and created and printed on the paper, that type of thing is done using a Microsoft Word program. When it comes to another types of application software which is Microsoft Excel, the question is what type of activity can be done using this Microsoft Excel program? The answer is Microsoft Excel program can do the types of problem which is related to calculations, mathematical calculation type of problems. No matter whether the calculation problem is a simple or complex, both of the type of problems can be solved using a Microsoft Excel program. And the other types of application software that we have mentioned as an examples of application software is Microsoft PowerPoint program. Many people use this Microsoft PowerPoint application software in order to prepare different types of reports and to present that prepared reports to the concerned body. It's very convenient. It is a convenient application software to support or to help people by assisting doing such kind of activity. What type of activity? Preparing a report purpose and to present the prepared reports to the concerned body or for the stakeholder. The other one is Microsoft Access, Desktop Publisher, Adobe Photoshop, Internet Browser. Internet Browser, there are different types of Internet Browser applications, like the Mozilla Firefox, the Internet Explorer, and the Google Chrome, and so on, the Baidu, and so on and so on. But these all Internet browsers are used for browsing information from the Internet. For this purpose, we use the application software, which name is Internet Browsers. The Adobe Photoshop one is used for what? The Adobe Photoshop one is used for image processing purpose. Now, a time throughout the world, images can be become processed to get the quality types of images. After capturing one images one object is using our digital camera, we can add different types of effects, and we can adjust the quality of the images by using the application software, which name is Adobe Photoshop. So these types of application software is used for such kinds of problems. To simplify such kind of problems, we use Adobe Photoshop 1. Desktop Publisher is used for preparing a business card, a flyer paper, a gift card, invitation card, and so on and so on. To do this activity, we use the Desktop Publisher software. So these all different types of application softwares have its own functions and purposes. This is the other thing that we have to know. The other thing that we have to know here is word processing, and Microsoft Word is the best example of word processing application software. And there are also another types of word processing softwares are there. For example, the Notepad one and different types of word processing application softwares are there. But from the different types of word processing application software, the best example, the best common known types of word processing application software is the Microsoft Word one. And Microsoft Word is one of the most common known types of application software, which is responsible for creating a document, editing a document, formatting a document, and printing a document purpose. That means to do such kinds of activity, we use the Microsoft Word programs. And now a time, many people use this Microsoft Word program in order to do these different types of activity. What are those? Creating a document. Creating a document means write down our idea or our text that may be a sentence, paragraph, statement, or and so on and so on. So to write down that ideas, we use a Microsoft Word programs. Not only creating a document, after creating a document, the document should be edited. Edit means taking a correction for our mistakes. As a human being, when we create a document, we may make mistakes. So taking a correction is for those wrong doing activity is called the editing a document. And to edit a document, we have to know some of the key terms are there that we have to use. For example, the backspace, the undo, the redo, the delete one, and so on and so on. These all things are very necessary when we want to editing a document. Formatting a document is a process of adjusting the documents to become that thing created document to become very attractive and decorative for the readers of that documents by changing the font size, the font color, the font style. By doing this all activity, we may decorate our created documents to become a beautiful document for the readers of that created document. That is, so doing that activity is known as formatting a document. And printing a document means simply changing the soft copy form of the created document into hard copy. That is, there is a device which is responsible for doing this printing a document purpose, which name is a printer. Okay, this is the other thing that we are going to see is that's creating a document. I explained before, it is a process of write down the desired types of documents using the word processor software, which name is Microsoft Word program. And there is one question here: what are the necessary pointers which should be known by the document creators? If someone or if some computer users wanted to write creating a document, firstly we have to know the following necessary terms. Unless and otherwise we know well the following things, we cannot create a document using Microsoft Word program or computers. So to create a document, firstly we have to know mouse. What does that mean, mouse? And how many parts does the mouse has, and what are those? And with their functions we have to recognize the mouse well. And the other thing that you have to know to write a document or to create a document is a keyboard one. This is the main types of required things that we have to know well to create a document. So screen elements of word processor softwares with their function. This is also another thing that we have to know in detail if you want to create a document using a Microsoft Word program. Come back to the first necessary thing, which is very essential when we want to create a document, which name is mouse. Mouse is a device which is responsible for inserting a document into the computer purposes. And totally the mouse has three parts. Those are the left click, the scrolling part, and the right click. And these three different parts of the mouse has its own functions. The other one is the keyboard. So I would like to focus on this part of the hardware part of the computer, which is very necessary when we want to creating a document purpose. And when we say a keyboard, this is a very necessary thing that the computer user have to know in details. So based on the amount of our knowledge of knowing the keyboard, by that much we know how can be the document can be created using the Microsoft Word programs. Do you know all of the key present on the keyboard? That will be very necessary. Generally, we can classify all keys of the keyboard into three main categories or four categories. So from these four different categories of all keys of the keyboard, we can mention some of them as the first one is that is the alphabetic key, the numeric key, the function key, and the special key. So numeric keys are, as its name indicates, they contains only numbers. Mostly this type of part of the keyboard present on the right hand sides of the keyboard, and they are used for writing numbers only. And the other one is alphabetic key, as its name indicates. In order to write all English alphabetical letters, we use the alphabetic key, and starting from A to Z, generally about 27 different alphabetic keys are there, and we can them in order to write the statements, the sentence, the paragraphs that we want on the Microsoft Word program. The other one is a function key. Starting from F1 to F12, there are about 12 different function keys are there on the keyboard, and each have their its own functions and advantages. For example, let me tell you some of them with their function. F1 is one of the function key present on the top part of the keyboard, and its function is help. So if someone wants us to get some supports from the his computer, simply go to the function key and press F1. The computer will immediately display the help dialog box regarding to the application software which is currently open on that computer. If someone wants us to how can be the Microsoft Word program can be done by mentioning some of the main activities or procedures to do different types of activity, we will get some important materials in the text form. So by reading those informations, we can get help how the document can be created and how different types of activities can be done by what type of procedures. These all questions will be answered using F1 key. F2 key is used for renaming purpose. All files which is saved on our computer has their own distinct names. But if necessary, sometimes the computer users wanted to change the name of the file after that file is saved before. So to change the file name, we mostly use F2, and F12 is for formatting purpose. F1, F11 is used for making full screen the minimized window on the computer, and F5 has the function for making our computers become refresh to become that computer is relax. Most of the time when we open different types of programs on a single computer simultaneously, at that time our computers become busy. So to make relax and refresh our computers, mostly we use F5 keys, and any other rest types of program keys, function keys have its own function. So we have to know each one by one. The last one is a special key. Special keys also have its own function. Any types of key on the keyboard which is different from alphabetic key, numeric key, function key, which is called special key. Special key contains, for example, the tab, the caps lock, the shift, the enter, the backspace, the delete one, the question mark, and the at symbol, hash symbol, dollar sign, percent, and star, bracket, dot, slash, comma, semicolon, quotation. These all are can be considered some examples of special key, and these all have its own functions. So we have to know each one by one. So based on this knowledge, we can create our documents easily. So this will be what the keyboard looks like and with their functions. And after that, the computer user have to know screen elements of Microsoft Word program, the title bar one, the work area, area, the horizontal scroll bar, the vertical scroll bar one, the office button, the ribbon area, and the quick access toolbar, the insertion point, the cursor. These all things should be known. So in our next video, we try to mention screen elements of a MS Word program within their functions, and we try to see on the next video. So to know these all things, please subscribe my YouTube channel, which name is Yunus Isa, and I will prepare such kind of important video lessons in order to improve your ICT skills. To get this video, please subscribe my channel, which name is Yunus Isa from your YouTube, and I will prepare these things if it is very important. Thank you very much for this, and I will come back by the next new video for the next time. But for this time, I will complete my video here. Thank you very much. Repeatedly try to practice all things and stay with computers practicing, and you will improve your ICT skills well, because many things now a time interrelated with technology, and in the near future all things become computerized and digitalized, and manually any type of activity which is done manually will be changed to digitalized soon. To fit with this technology, you have to follow such kind of videos and improve your skills, and this will be very better for you. This is my advice to you. Thank you very much. Bye bye for now. Thank you very much.